Hmm, which one to wear today? Red or gold? Gold or red? Gold, red. I'm gonna pick red. My favorite color. Good evening, everybody. It is Jacob here bringing you another video today. And today's topic, I want to talk about something that I find very important, or if you're someone in the gaming community, you would also find this important too. And before I start, I do want to say I do apologize if you hear me sniffle a little bit. I was at work today, and one of our feed bins actually got plugged, so I had to get up under there and take out all the nasty molded feed that's all bunched together, and it blocked the good feed from getting down, so it can run through the pipe and into the feeders for the little piggies. And it was actually windy when I did it too, so whatever was, whatever fell out once I unplugged it, it blew in my face. So if I sniffle a little bit during the video, I am terribly sorry. Did take some nasal spray, so hopefully that does help. And we are just going to go over there. So what I'm going to talk about is Modern Warfare 2 being remastered, and is it worth it? And why I wanted to talk about this is because I actually, the other day, I want to say sometime last week, I got tagged in a video that said MW2 might possibly get remastered. And the friend of mine who tagged me into it, he was really big into MW2 during its prime. I was too, not as much as him. And he basically, said, I think he asked, what do we think? And there's a bunch of other people that said, oh yeah, this would be cool, this would be cool. And of course, I was Odd Man Joe, and I said, nah, it wouldn't be. And I'm actually going to explain here in a little bit why it would definitely not be worth the remaster. Also, real quick, before we do get into this video, I do want to announce I am actually starting a new series on my channel. It's going to be called Will It G Fuel, where I take random G Fuel concoctions and I mix them together. Now, I know other channels have done this, like the TK channel and the Sword channel. They've done this before, but those were flavors that were pretty well known by the G Fuel community. But what I'm doing is I'm taking the G Fuel flavors that I have, and I'm just like picking random ones. So I think it's gonna be a little sneak peek of a future episode. There's one I'm doing that I think it's like kiwi, strawberry, and pineapple or something like that. I can't remember. I have a whole bunch. I have like 23 or 24 episodes planned for the future. Josh and I were here one night, and we just sat here and just thought of a whole bunch of concoctions. So we'll be starting that. I'm probably going to post that every Wednesday. That's going to be confirmed. Every Wednesday I'll be posting that. So this Wednesday, the first episode will go up, and the next week Wednesday, the second episode will go up. And I think it's going to be a great time. And then also later on into the series, I'll be mixing the G Fuel, not with like water or with like other G Fuel flavors, but like say for example, I'll take orange juice and another G Fuel flavor. Just to mix it up, It's going to be I think it's going to be a good series, so definitely look forward to that. So this Wednesday will be the first episode of Will It G Fuel. I'm excited, and I hope y'all are too. Just doing it to spice up the channel a little bit. So just want to make that little announcement real quick, so now we will get into this video. Okay, so MW2 a remaster, and why I don't think it's worth it. Why I don't think it should be remastered. I'm probably going to get a lot of heat for this, and that's completely fine. At the end of the day, it's just an opinion of mine. So the reason why I don't think MW2 should get remastered, not saying that it probably won't. I mean, it might. It's not up to me. It's up to Infinity Ward to do that. But I don't want it to be a remaster because I don't want it to be tainted with the supply drops and the new weapons that are just dumb OP. I just don't want it to get plagued with all that like MWR did, because at first, when MWR got announced, I was really excited to have it be a remaster because just like a bunch of you all played it when it was just Call of Duty 4, when it was old school 2007 Call of Duty 4. We loved it because at the time, graphics wise and mechanics wise, it was mind blowing. It was the game of the century because it brought the fight to the modern war. It brought in the modern weapons at the time, and the fighting forces during that time, and it was just wow, this is a great game. So when Infinite Warfare came out and they announced that MWR was going to be, Modern Warfare was going to be remastered, I was actually really excited. I was like, I'm going to play a nostalgic game, but it's going to have up graphics, it's going to have better mechanics, and the weapons will look sleek, and it's just going to be an all-out beautiful game. And then they brought in the supply drops. Now, I kind of had a feeling that was going to happen. I mean, AW had it, Bo3 had it, IW had it. So I'm like, okay, MWR is going to have it. Well, of course, they made the talk. It was going to be cosmetics only. And I thought, okay, whatever. I can deal with cosmetics. Well, then they brought in the first set of weapons, and then it just tumbled down from there. And it actually it didn't piss me off, but it kind of made me upset because that makes me feel like developers don't know the actual definition of a remaster. A remaster is just taking an old game and, like I said before, upping the graphics, like upping everything, just a complete overhaul. It's not, let's do a complete overhaul, but then throw in weapons that were never part of the game in the first place when it originally first came out. And that's why I would really not like to have MW2 as a remaster. Not because it's not a good game, because it's a very great game. I know I didn't log in that many hours into it, but when I played it during its prime, it was a great game. I mean, up mechanic movements, graphics, the weapons were great. I mean, everything about that game was great. Kill streaks, even the campaign. The campaign was beautiful. It was well done, well thought out campaign. And just to see what happened to MWR with how it got plagued with everything, I know for a fact that's what happened to MW2. They would release it as a remaster, it'd all be good, then they throw in supply drops, and then they throw in these weapons that were never part of the game. I mean, let's go back to MWR. They throw in these I think it was like 1 or 2 assault rifles, and then a sniper rifle. These 2 sniper rifles and an LMG that were like, it was never part of the game. I mean, it's a remaster for a reason. It's basically now just Call of Duty Modern Warfare remixed is what it is. I mean, I know some people like it. I mean, I don't mind change. I don't mind trying something new to keep it fresh, but do that for the newer, like say newer Call of Duty game. Don't do it for a remaster of an older game. Keep it, the older game, if you're gonna remaster it, keep it the same weapons, same everything. Don't add in all this supply drop bullshit. Don't add in all these new overpowered weapons. I mean, it's ridiculous to me. To me personally, it's ridiculous. I know some people don't mind it, and some people would say I'd be bitching, which I am. Honestly, this is just me bitching, but it's really how I feel. The reason why I feel that MW2 shouldn't even be brought up in the discussion of getting a remaster is we're basically playing it. How are we playing an MW2 remaster? Well, I think maybe a month ago or so, they added in the Ranger, which, if you don't remember, was from MW2, was a sawed-off shotgun, and you can get it akimbo just like MW2. And they also threw in the 44 Magnum, MW2. So also the S-TAC Aggressor, which is basically a hybrid of the Intervention and the one sniper rifle from MW3. I can't think of the top of my head. Might be the RSAS, or I could be wrong. Don't quote me. I could be wrong. But so if basically what they're doing is they're going to implement weapons from other Modern Warfare titles into Modern Warfare Remastered, what's the point of making MW2? We're basically playing it, but in a different setting. And I don't know. I just fear for it because MW2 during its prime was a great game. I mean, just everything about it was beautiful. The kill streaks were just phenomenal. I mean, attack nuke, come on, that's mind blowing. And just to think of what they would do to that game if they remastered it, I feel like they would just completely ruin it. And like I said, at the end of the day, this is just an opinion, but it's actually been a thing that's been on my mind for a long, long time. Now, obviously, we're not going to get this remaster for the upcoming Call of Duty because Modern Warfare 2 is an Infinity War game. So when it is Infinity Ward's turn, which I believe is 2019? So 2018 or 2019 when it's their turn to create the next Call of Duty. Maybe they'll do it then, but I personally believe that it shouldn't get a remaster because all I know is it would just get ruined and it just wouldn't be the game that I remember. It's what's happening with MWR right now. Do I play it? Yes, I do play it. I play it because I'm trying to get back into the flow of boots on the ground for this next Call of Duty coming up. So I do play it, yes, but I mean, despite the maps and the older weapons, it just doesn't feel like the game I used to play when I was 13 or 14 when it came out. It just doesn't feel like that game because they have all these new weapons and all this useless large amounts of customization options. I mean, it's cool, really, to give it more, how should I say it? I guess be more creative, get a creative side. Like, I'm all for that, but if you're going to remaster an older game, keep it a remastered. Like I said, a lot of these devs forget what the definition of a remaster is. You're just taking an old game and doing a complete overhaul on it. I mean, for example, I know it's not a remaster, but if you've played the old Metal Gear games like Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3, and I get Peace Walker 2, actually for 360 they had the HD remake, which was almost a remaster. They just took 3 older MGS titles and they upped the graphics and maybe threw in a little bit here and there, but they kept it completely the same. Now I know this is an older game from early 2000s, so I understand that, but still, even then, it was an HD remake. All they did was just change the graphics and made it a lot more smoother, and that was it. They didn't add anything else, and they kept it original, and that's what I was expecting coming in with MWR, but that completely went out the window. But like I said, this is all an opinion. I know some of you might think MW2 would be a good remaster. I mean, I would like to believe it'd be a good remaster, but I know that they would release it, and then within the next few months, it would just be tainted with supply drops and overpowered weapons from Call of Duties that don't even belong into it. So that's just my opinion. Anyways, that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed my little bitchy rant. Like I said, it was something I'd thought about for months. Everyone always kept saying, "Oh, MW2 remaster, it would be cool," but we all know what would happen. They'd swoop in with the supply drops, and they'd swoop in with the weapons that are 1, overpowered, 2, don't belong in the game in the first place. But I really do hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think about MW2 Remastered. I know some of y'all are going to disagree with me, and that's cool. That's fine. We're all allowed to agree and disagree and give our thoughts, but give me your thoughts down below in the comments. Tell me what you think. Should they remaster MW2? Should they not? Should they do it, but limit it a little bit? Tell me what you think. But I will be signing off. I will see you guys in the next vlog. Oh, and don't forget about Wednesday, the first episode of Will It G Fuel. Bye. Wouldn't be the first time I done it,